So, in the last lecture, we had seen that the BCS ground state, the total energy of this BCS ground state, which is EBCS0, is minus 2 summation of K Ek Vk raised to 4. Okay, where Ek is square root of Ek square plus delta square. And now we will try and determine what is the meaning of this Ek. Okay. And the BCS ground state is where all the K up minus K down states are paired up through the interaction potential V naught. So now let us determine the first excited state energy. The energy of the first excited state in the BCS ground state. So, to do this in BCS ground state, consider a state. Let us consider a state. Consider one state which is K1 up minus K1 down. Let us consider one of these pairs. Okay, so this is one particular pair in the BCS ground state. One particular pair in the BCS ground state. Now by construction in BCS ground state, this state K1 up minus K1 down is occupied. Hence, the Vk1 square for this is 1 by construction. Okay. So by construction, let us choose this one particular state where it is certainly paired up. Okay. So the occupancy of K1 up minus K1 down state is 100%, which is Vk1 square is 1. It is given. Now, for the first excited state, we split the K1 up minus K1 down state. We split or we break up the pair. And so this is for creating the first excited state. For creating the first excited state, we consider splitting up of this pair K1 up minus K1 down, which in the ground state is positively occupied. 100% there is probability it is occupied. We just select this pair and we split it. Okay, or we break it. Okay, now when you do that, you will get the first excited state. Okay, so by construction, for the first excited state, so energy of the first excited state, which is EBCS prime, is equal to minus 2 summation over all K not equal to K1 Ek Vk raised to 4 minus twice Ek1 Vk1 raised to 4. Okay. So, if you recall that EBCS ground state was minus 2 summation over all K state Ek Vk raised to 4. Okay. So from this ground state, we are getting an energy state where from this K state, from all these where you have all the particles which have condensed, we have removed this one particle, okay, we have removed this one particle which has been split. And why is it removed? Because for this excited state, Vk1 square is equal to 0. So this term basically is 0. Okay. So the energy of the first excited state, EBCS prime, is minus 2 summation of all k except k1, because k1 we have split up. So it is Ek Vk raised to 4. Okay. So this is the energy of the first excited state, where from all the k states which have condensed into pairs, we are just removing one k up, k minus k1 state which we have split up. Okay. So therefore the energy difference between the excited state and the ground state is EBCS prime minus EBCS 0. Okay. That energy difference is nothing else but minus twice energy k not equal to k1 Ek Vk raised to 4 plus twice summation over all k Ek Vk raised to 4, and this is nothing else but twice of Ek Vk1 raised to 4. Okay. Now in the BCS, where you are getting this Vk1 from this, you are getting it from the BCS ground state, where you are getting this Vk1 from the BCS ground state, because this term, the excited state, did not have Vk1, you have split it. You are getting the Vk1 term, you are getting basically this term from the BCS ground state, where by construction, since k1 up minus k1 down is 100% occupied, therefore Vk1 raised to 4 is equal to 1. We have already done this with construction, that in the BCS ground state this was already 1. So the first excited state is sitting at twice Ek. The energy which is obtained by splitting up the pair is twice Ek. So this is the energy of the first excited state, which is obtained by splitting one pair, one single Cooper pair. The 2 comes because k up minus k down is split into 2 unpaired things, and the minimum energy you need to give it to split is twice of Ek. Okay, so the minimum energy you need to give it is, so if I can imagine it, you can imagine it in the following way, that this is your BCS ground state, where you have electrons which are paired. And the first excited state is sitting at delta E, where this has been split into 2 electrons, 2 separate electrons. Okay, so you take this and you split it into 2 separate electrons. Okay, and this is basically the excited state. This is your excited state where you start getting single electron states. Okay, so you will start getting single electron states from here on. Okay, and you can cause excitations of these single electron states, whereas your BCS ground state is sitting at a much lower energy compared to these single electron excited states, and the minimum energy that you have to give is delta E, which is twice of Ek. This is the amount of energy that you need to give so that you can access this state. Okay, now let us look at the plot of Ek. Ek is Ek square plus delta square, where recall that Ek is equal to capital Ek minus Ef. Namely, we are measuring the energies of the electron with respect to the Fermi energy. So this is just h cross square by 2m k square minus kf square. Okay, so the energy Ek is basically square root of h cross square by 2m k square minus kf square the whole square plus delta square. For free electrons, delta is equal to 0. Okay, so this is nothing else but h cross square by 2m k square minus kf square. This is for free electrons, and for delta not equal to 0, that means when there is pairing, Ek is square root of h cross square by 2m k square minus kf square whole square plus delta square. So let us plot Ek. Let's make a plot of this Ek. Versus K. First let's take it for the free electron case. So the free electron case is just this. Okay, there is no pairing, you just consider individual electrons. Then for individual free electrons, the plot of Ek is just this. It will go to 0 at Kf. So at Fermi energy Kf, this will go to 0, and so this is the nature of the dispersion that you get, Ek versus K. Okay, from the above expression, this is the nature of the dispersion for delta equal to 0. Now, if you plot this function, if you plot it for delta not equal to 0, okay, the energy of a quasi-particle, this is the energy of a quasi-particle in the pair, this is the energy of a quasi-particle in the pair or the energy of the electron which are bound in the pair, then you can see that this energy will go as, where will be the minimum of the energy at K equal to Kf. The minimum energy of this will be at K equal to Kf, the minimum energy of each electron in the pair is equal to delta. If you put K equal to Kf, Ek at Kf becomes equal to delta. You can see it from here. So what you can show is that this is the dispersion relation almost follows this, but when you approach Kf, so asymptotically the dispersion behaves like the free electron, but around Kf the minimum energy is delta. Okay, this is the minimum energy. So you cannot have any electrons in the pair which have energy which is less than delta. What this is telling you is that you cannot have any electrons in the pair with energy less than delta around Fermi energy. All of this is measured around EF. In fact, this is plus minus. This is plus minus delta. We just show it for plus delta. So around the Fermi energy, you cannot have any particle with energy which is less than delta. So you can have individual electrons which have an energy above delta. Okay, you can have particles with an energy which is above delta, but below this energy, okay, below delta, you cannot, when you have any sort of pairing in the system, you cannot have electrons. Okay, so these are the single particle states, a single electron states, okay, for both delta. This is also single electron states. Okay, it is important to see that the above expression shows that for around the Fermi energy, okay, within plus minus delta of the Fermi energy, you cannot have any electrons which have energy less than delta. Okay, so this is the dispersion relation. Okay, and as you can understand that this is what is responsible for creating a gap in the density of states, and delta is 2 h cross omega d e raised to minus 1 by v naught GeF. Okay, this is the energy gap which is opened up in the single particle density of states, or in the you cannot have any electrons with energy which is around the Fermi energy which is less than delta. Okay, single electrons, so EF minus delta, so within a range of EF minus delta, so within a range of EF minus delta to EF plus delta, there are no single electron states available, because we showed that to get single electrons you need to give an energy which is of the order of k square plus delta square. Okay, you need to give an energy for 2 electrons. So for each electron you will get square root, and so at k is equal to kf, minimum energy is plus minus delta. Okay, so within an energy range of plus minus delta of the Fermi energy, you do not have any single electron states available, because essentially they have paired up. Okay, now in the next lecture we will calculate the density of states for these paired electrons. Okay, what is the density of states around this Fermi energy for this in the BCS state?